Hello, so today I am here with our wonderful viewer Christel. She very kindly invited us to stay at our home here in Massam. I never say it right. In Massam, England. And we had a proper English tea yesterday. But today we wanted to have a Yorkshire farm tea, right? Okay, because I always get mixed up. But Christel's family they're kind of farm people, and
yes, on my mother's side, they're farm people.
So they came from that background.
From the Yorkshire Dales,
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us about what is the difference between a proper afternoon tea, and a Yorkshire farm tea. What's kind of the difference between the two?
Oh, this is like nostalgic from my childhood, and so it's a little bit more rustic than perhaps you might say when you went for afternoon tea at somewhere like Betty's or Swinton Castle. It's just a slightly more villagey and farmhousey, and of my tradition. So people do have different traditions, and this is what I consider quite Yorkshire.
So this would be something like you were telling me for funerals or Sunday afternoon
tea or celebrations, or just like a birthday party or a Sunday afternoon tea.
So tell me about the vicar who bought. So you inherited this tea set.
I did.
From a vicar.
Yes.
And you had a fun little story about how he loved it.
Yes, as a curate, when he was a poor trainee vicar, he aspired to this tea service that he had seen. And so as soon as he was able to afford it, he went to the factory down in Stoke, I think, in the Midlands, in the middle of England, and bought the whole dinner service. And it's had lots of use. As a vicar, they specialise in afternoon teas, and so it's lost a few pieces over the years, but
he used it a lot. He used it all the time.
Yes, all the time.
Yeah. So guys,
for entertainment.
Yeah, pull out your good china and use it.
Yes,
today is the day.
That's right.
So okay, so now tell us a little bit about the food and what we have. This looks so good.
Right,
Let's see, you start with the savory first.
Yes,
okay.
Yeah. So normally you put out some sandwiches, and my tradition is to cut them into these sort of triangles and lay them on the flat side triangle. And egg and cress is a typical one.
Egg and cress. With like a egg salad kind of.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And ham and mustard, Yorkshire ham and mustard usually. This is Wensleydale cheese and homemade chutney.
Tomato chutney. So what is chutney for Americans? A lot of Americans don't know what chutney is.
Chutney is like a sweet and sour preserve that you would have with savoury food. So you would maybe have it on the side if you were having slices of ham and salad, or in with a cheese sandwich. It's got sweet ingredients as well as savoury ones.
What's inside?
So it would have, possibly a common one is tomatoes with maybe some apples, dates, sultanas, sugar, vinegar, molasses. But it varies. You get lots and lots of different, like jams, like preserves. You just use what you've got. A glut of, usually.
So Christel has a huge cookbook collection, and since we've been here, I've been looking through all the cookbooks, and all of the old cookbooks have like 10, 15 different chutneys.
Yes.
And I should do a chutney show. That would be fun to make a whole bunch of different ones. That would be really fun.
The thing about chutneys, usually you've got to keep it in the jar a good few years for it to mature.
Oh, a few years?
A long time, anyway.
Wow.
A couple of years.
Oh, so it's not something you just make and use right away?
There are versions that you can make quickly. But good few months at least, say 8 months.
So like a fruitcake?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have the ham sandwiches and the egg salad and the cheese and chutney. And then, what is this?
That's a local pork pie. That's a Massam speciality Well, you get pork pies everywhere, but these are particularly good.
And where do you buy that at?
At the local butchers.
Oh, the butchers.
They make them on the premises. And they're delicious.
Okay. So what do we have for sweets?
This is scone with cream and jam, and fruit tea cake.
This one specifically said Yorkshire fruit tea cake. So is that just something they make in Yorkshire?
I think it's made in Yorkshire. It's something that's very popular in Yorkshire.
Okay. And then what is this?
That's a traditional fruit cake, a celebration cake with local cheese from the local dale that we're in, Wensleydale cheese.
And then what is the last thing?
And that's a Yorkshire curd tart.
Yeah. And what is a curd tart?
Originally it would be the curds that are separated when you're making cheese, but I don't think we've got that anymore. But it's sweet.
It's like an egg pie, like an egg kind of pie, maybe.
Yeah, it's got slightly milk. It's got a curd texture with a bit of nutmeg, I think, and raisins, curds in it, and a pastry crust.
And then that's the chutney.
That's the chutney, yeah.
Okay. And then then we're gonna have our tea to go with it, but I think in a different video, I'm going to show how to brew a proper cup of English tea. Christel told me how. So I think I'm going to make that its own video because it's kind of cool. It's not like Americans do where they just dump the tea bag in. All right, so we're going to enjoy our afternoon tea, Yorkshire farm tea, right?
That's right.
Thank you so much. We have had so much fun here. We were thinking we need to buy a house here and this will just be our summer home.
Yes,
it's been so fun. So anyway,
fun.
All right guys, we're going to go enjoy our afternoon tea and we will see you guys next time. Okay, show them how to do this, Christel.
Just help yourself to a sandwich or a pork pie. Oh, yum.
Take one of everything.
Take one of everything. Eggs, Wensleydale cheese.
Let's get a bit of what Ellie's doing.
Oh, that's important. I love that bit.
Ellie, what'd you get? You got some stuff. Yeah. stuff?
Wonderful.
Cool. I don't like that one as well.
No,
Is it good, Mom? It's really good. Okay, so here's the chutney. So here's what happened. How this all came about was we were talking about the chutney because I didn't know what it was, and Christel said, "Oh, we eat it with tea." So we got to talking. She said, "Well, let's do a tea and we can show it." So this is the chutney with the cheese in there. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna try it. Oh,
Really good.
oh, that is good.
I didn't get one, but I will.
What is chutney?
Oh yeah, it's kind of like a, it's a sweet and sour sauce, but it's not a sweet and sour sauce. It's not Chinese.
No.
It's
Yeah, it's good. I
British.
like it.
Oh, you liked it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but it's good.
It's got tomatoes and onions and
Oh, okay.
vinegar and sugar and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it's really good. Okay, so this is a piece of British fruitcake. And so, Christel, what? You said you use these. Is this for Christmas? No, this
Yes,
is
this
for
would be a
weddings.
Christmas cake, a wedding cake, a birthday cake. It's a rich fruit cake, usually homemade. But you can have it at celebrations.
And what kind of fruit is it? Look how dark it is.
Currants, raisins, cherries, mainly sultanas, nuts.
Oh, wow. Okay. We're going to try. I love fruitcake. And no, I am not what I eat, despite what Michael and my children would say. But, oh, that is good. That is good fruitcake. If you love fruitcake, you have to eat it real English fruitcake. This is really good.
Is it?
Do you guys let it sit?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is good.
Yeah, you put maybe a bit of rum or brandy in it
Mm-hmm.
and let it sit, yeah.
Mm.
And feed it with the rum
Mm-hmm.
or brandy.
Oh, that
or...
is so good. That is really good.